Hello everybody, welcome to the next game in the New York Yankees Payoff Pitch 2022 replay. I hadn't realized it, but it's been almost 2 weeks since I've done the game, so need to get back to it, obviously, and get back in the swing of things, literally and figuratively. And so we start a 3-game series with the Toronto Blue Jays. The last time I did a video, they were hosting Texas, and they actually lost 2 out of 3 to Texas, so they're looking to rebound. Yankees enter the game 17-11 in a virtual first-place tie with the Blue Jays at 18-12. Tampa Bay is also 18-12, and these standings are generated by the digital diamond baseball game, except for the Yankee stats, of course. Their win-loss record is done by me on Payoff Pitch, but the other teams are all done via digital diamond. All right, I do have the game up on the computer, so I'm going to try to score it as I play it. Hopefully that won't take away from the flow of the game too badly. I'll wait and see. I may just run through it for the first couple of innings, enough to give you the stats, the replay stats of all the players, both for the Yankees and Toronto. I've got some fuzz on my microphone thingy, so hopefully that will be straight now. Sorry for the little bit of audio there. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Starting pitchers for the Yankees, Luis Severino. And Severino enters the game with a 3-0 record. This will be start number 7 for him. He is 3-0 with a 1.47 ERA, so very, very good outing for him. For the Blue Jays, it'll be left-hander Yusei Kikuchi, came over from Seattle, free agent. And I'll get to his record on the replay once we get to the bottom of the first, and it's his turn to pitch. So there's your starting lineups, bullpens and benches and all that good stuff. So I think we're ready to go. Luis Severino takes the mound against George Springer. And again, it's kind of backwards because the batters, if you look at the field, the batter should be here, the pitcher should be here. But since we're doing the pitcher first, it just seems natural to go left to right like you're reading a book. So that's the reason why I've got that over there. All right, so the Toronto Blue Jay stats are going to be generated by Digital Diamond. So I can tell you that George Springer is hitting .274 on the replay with 10 home runs and 20 runs driven in. So quite a bit of power for George Springer early on. Got the dice here, the black and the white for the D10s, and then the white and the silver, kind of trying to fit in with the Yankees' home attire, so to speak. So we're ready to go. George Springer against Luis Severino. We get a 6, which is tough, and that's a 57. Tough 57 is just out of range. It only goes to 53. Something got on here. Let me get that off of there. So 57 is a fly to right field, and there's one away. So 1 down, and that will bring up shortstop Bo Bichette, number 2 hitter for the Blue Jays. And Bichette on the replay is hitting .303, 8 homers and 16 driven in. Severino, 6 again, is another tough 41. That's a strikeout. So Bo Bichette down on strikes. 2 up and 2 down. I will say that Digital Diamond is not my favorite way to do this, but I'm being cheap, and it beats paying $20-something to get the replay season when I can get all the seasons on Digital Diamond for the same price. And I'm sure there's things on there that there's features I probably haven't explored yet that I can do. One thing, if anybody's an expert on Digital Diamond, or at least a moderate expert, I can't figure out how to print any of the reports. I wanted to print the standings out, but I couldn't find a print button on there anywhere, so I'm not sure how to do that. I know you can export it, so maybe you got to export it to a file and then print it. I don't know, but I was trying to print it within the Digital Diamond screen. Couldn't figure out how to do it. So maybe somebody that's an expert can let me know in the comments. All right, Vladdy Guerrero steps in. He's hitting .282, 5 homers and 12 driven in. Severino, 11 is wheelhouse. That's 47. That is gone. That is long, and that is gone. 54 is the wheelhouse result for Guerrero. We got a 47, and that is long, and that is gone. Home run number 6 for Vladdy Guerrero. RBI number 13, and the Blue Jays lead it 1-0 as they take Severino deep. And that'll send up, whoops, I got the wrong guys in the lineup. Let me get the, got the right first 3 guys, but I got some of the guys out of order. I thought I had them in order, and I did not. So one moment, let me make sure I've got the right guys in here for the Blue Jays. I had a previous lineup in there for some reason. I don't know why. So let me go back and get all these fine folks. Teoscar Hernandez is the next scheduled hitter. Not sure why I don't have him ready to go. Well, there he is, Teoscar Hernandez. And then we're going to have Gurriel, Kirk, Chapman, Espinal, and Heineman. So everything else is in good shape. I was just missing Hernandez for some strange reason, and I don't know why. I thought I had everything filled in, but whatever reason. So Teoscar on the replay is hitting only 167, 2 homers, and 8 runs driven in. Severino, 12 is ballpark. That's a 16, so we're in the wheelhouse again. Severino's put a second consecutive one in the wheelhouse, and for Hernandez, 1-43 is a homer. That's an 81, though. It's still going to be a base hit, so not the homer. So Severino got away with one there. It could have been worse. As it is, it's just a 2-out single. And Hernandez will be at first base, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel. And Severino trying to make it through this first inning. He was doing so well in the first 2 batters, and that home run by Guerrero must have shook him up a little bit. Lourdes Gurriel is stepping to the plate. He's hitting 268, no homers, and 11 driven in. Severino, 5 is patient, and that's an 07, so that'll be a walk. And all of a sudden now the Blue Jays with 2 on and 2 outs here in the top of the first. And that'll send up the designated hitter, Alejandro Kirk. And Kirk on the replay checks in, hitting 195, 2 homers, and 9 driven in. 7 is tough, 97. That's going to be a fly to left, and the inning is over. But the Blue Jays do strike first on the home run from Vladdy Guerrero. And after half an inning to play, it's Toronto 1 and the Yankees coming to bat. And they'll have to do so against the left-hander Kikuchi. And we'll get the numbers on Kikuchi, as well as run through the lineup for the Yankees. They got LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Donaldson, Hicks, Torres, Kiner-Falefa, and Higashioka are the scheduled hitters. So Kikuchi on the replay through Digital Diamond. This will be start number 7 for him. He's 2-2 with a 4.40 ERA. DJ LeMahieu hitting 215, 4 homers, and 7 driven in. Get a 9. That's patient. 85 is going to be out of range. 85 is a ground ball to short for out number 1. So easy play for Bichette. 1 down. Takes us to Aaron Judge. As we chronicle the Aaron Judge replay stats, Aaron Judge is hitting 273, 14 homers, and 25 driven in. He is leading the league with 14 home runs. 7 is tough, 69, and that's going to be just out of range. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the right hand. So left-hand side is a strikeout. So Judge down on strikes. 2 down. And that will send up Anthony Rizzo. Been struggling with his average. His on-base percentage is pretty decent. He's only got a 186 average. His on-base percentage is 678 because of so many walks. He's walked 17 times in 97 at-bats. So, was that 114 plate appearances? He walked 17 times. 4 homers, 14 runs driven in. But, again, a lowly 186 average. Kikuchi, 7 is tough. 13, that's not going to help the average any. That's another strikeout to end the inning. So the Yankees go meekly here in the first. 1 inning complete here at Yankee Stadium. It is 1-0 favor of the Jays. Matt Chapman will lead it off for the Blue Jays, third baseman. And on the replay, Chapman is hitting .250, 3 homers and 15 driven in. 26 out of 104 is his average. 2 is ballpark, 26. That's going to be in the wheelhouse again for Chapman. And we got a 2 here, so if he gets on base with a single, he will have a chance to steal because of the 2 there and the 2 here. So we'll keep the 2 in mind, but Chapman might be looking for a bigger game. 1-52, it's a goner. 77, though, is going to be a single, but now Chapman will get to steal because we're reverting back to the original dice of 2 that took us to the ballpark. So it's a very good chance that he could try to steal if they so choose. Now, they may not want him to steal. He's a D stealer, so that may not be, in their thinking. The arm of the catcher, Higashioka, his arm rating is a 2, so we'll be looking at D2, and D2 is a poor chance, so they're going to wave off the steal attempt because it's a poor chance, and they don't want to give up an easy out just because they want to try to steal. So he'll stand pat, and that'll bring up Santiago Espinal, the second baseman. Espinal hitting .253, a homer and 8 driven in. Severino, 7 is tough. 0-7, that's a strikeout. Second strikeout of the evening for Severino, 1 away. Brings up the catcher Tyler Heineman. And Heineman on the replay is hitting .294, 5 out of 17. No homers or runs driven in. Severino, 7 is tough, 36. And that's a base hit off of a right-handed hitter. A right-handed pitcher, rather. 36 against a righty is a base hit. Since it's tough, it's going to be an automatic 1-base advancement because there are not 2 outs. So we're not checking base running. We're just going to give him a single with a 1-base advancement due to the fact it was in the tough category. So runners at first and second. We flip the order over to George Springer. Springer flew to right his first chance, but the Blue Jays looking for more. 2 on, 1 out. Severino, 5 is patient. 81 is a fly to center field. That is out number 2. Now let's see if the runner can move up to third. Chapman with a run rating of 7. He's got a good chance for it, possibly. Let's check the flyout advancement chart and see exactly what we get. So let's check let's see here, the chart about advancing on fly balls. The result was patient, so it says run on second. If F8 result, which is what we had, F8. Run on second base advance to third with run rating 7 or higher. It is 7, so he will take third base according to the chart because he runs at a 7. So he will get third base. He'll move up on that fly ball. But now there are 2 outs, and Bo Bichette, the batter. So Bo Bichette steps to the plate. Bichette struck out his first chance. Severino trying to get out of this mess without allowing any more runs. 3 is defense, so we got 80. 80 means we're checking the error chance of the shortstop, Kina Falefa, and his error rating is not very good. It's only a 2. So a 1-53 will be an error, and the run will score. 54 or higher, and he'll make the play. And we get a 37, so it will be an error. There's a 10, which means it's a 1-base error, and that will score the run. Blue Jays lead it now 2-0. That run is unearned on the E6. So the run will score. E6 on Kina Falefa. Chapman comes in to score. Heineman goes to second base. And the Blue Jays lead it 2-0. And here comes Vladdy Guerrero. Vladdy Guerrero. Severino, 6 is tough, 61. And that will be a fly to right field to end the inning. But another run comes in for the Blue Jays. This one unearned thanks to the Kiner-Falefa error. And we go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 favor of the Jays. And Kikuchi coming back out. Will be facing Giancarlo Stanton. So Stanton will step in against Kikuchi. And on the season, Stanton checks in at a lowly 198, 4 homers, 8 runs driven in. He's definitely been struggling. 10 is Wheelhouse, 0-1. Not going to struggle here. That is long, and that is gone. See ya. Giancarlo Stanton. A home run. His 5th of the season. RBI number 9. Cuts the lead in half at 2-1. Giancarlo Stanton got the Wheelhouse result in the 0-1, so that was long and that was gone. And that brings up Josh Donaldson, third baseman. Actually, no, he's DH in this game. And he's hitting 240, 4 homers, 12 driven in. Kikuchi, 7 is tough, 22 is going to strike him out. So Donaldson is out on strikes. 1 away for Aaron Hicks. Hicks playing left field in this game. And Aaron Hicks on the replay is not doing too well either, I don't believe. 237, 3 homers, 14 driven in. 2 is defense, 68. That's an error check on the third baseman, and that's Matt Chapman. Chapman's third baseman error rating is a 5, best you can have. So 1 to 30 is going to be an error. Anything higher than 30, and he will make the play. And we get a 40, so he makes the play. It's an 8. Which means it's just a regular old ground ball to third base. 2 down. I roll the D6s because that tells you on the out chart it could be a pop out or line out. So, and it's really important people on base. With bases empty, it's not that big a deal, but I do it anyway just to get a final result. All right, here's Gleyber Torres, and he's been the hot hitter for the Yankees, hitting 352. 6 homers, 19 driven in. He has slowed down a little bit. He was over 400, and they dropped to 352. Still nothing to sneeze at. 7 is tough, 65, just out of range. 65 is a fly to right, and the inning's over. But the Yankees do get the run back on the Giancarlo Stanton homer. And at the end of 2, it's Toronto 2 and the Yankees 1 here on Payoff Pitch 2022. Due up for the Blue Jays to start the third will be Teoscar Hernandez. He singled his first time up. Severino, 8 is tough, 51, and that's a strikeout. So Severino puts it past Teoscar Hernandez for 1 away. And that will send up Lourdes Gurriel. Walked his first time up. 3 is defense, 94. That's an error check on the center fielder, Aaron Judge. And Aaron Judge has made a lot of errors in this season, even though he's got a 5, which is the best you can have. He's gotten some really terrible rolls. So 1 to 30 is an error. 31 or higher, he makes the play. 96, he finally makes the play. So easy out there. Short fly to can of corn in center field for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down. That brings up the DH, Alejandro Kirk. Kirk flew to left his first chance. Severino trying to put up a 0 for the first time. 8 is tough. 78, he looks like he's done it. 78's a fly to center. Much easier play for Judge that time. And 3 up and 3 down go the Blue Jays here in the top of the third. So we go to the bottom of the third. Still 2-1 ball game, favor of the Jays. Kikuchi back out. Will be facing the lower part of the order for the Yankees. Kiner-Falefa, his error in the second inning allowed a run. On the replay, Kiner-Falefa's hitting 264, a homer and 8 runs driven in. Kikuchi, 2 is defense. That's a 13. We're checking the range of Chapman at third. He's got a B for his range. So 1 to 35 is a hit. 36 or higher, he'll make the play. And that's a 11, so he's going to get a base hit. And that's a 9, so the base hit on a 9 is going to be a single. So leadoff single for Kiner-Falefa. And the Yankees have that leadoff man on. Now Kiner-Falefa does have a chance to steal because we rolled a 2 originally, which took us to defense, and he's got our steal of 4. He's also a B stealer, and the catcher throwing arm, Heineman, is a 3. So on the stolen base chart, B and a 3 relate to very good chance. So we're going to send Kiner-Falefa. He's got a very good chance. So Kiner-Falefa on a B and a 3 basically needs a 27 or higher to steal. And you got it. 91 is going to be a stolen base for Kiner-Falefa. So Isaiah Kiner-Falefa trying to make up for that error. And he's done it so far with a single and a stolen base to get him into scoring position with nobody out for Kyle Higashioka. And Higashioka, let's get his numbers real quick. Higashioka on the replay is hitting .241, 2 homers, 5 runs driven in. Kikuchi, 6 is tough, 69. Tough 69 is a ground ball to second. That will move the runner over to third base with less than 2 outs. And it's a good thing that he did steal because that would have been a double play ball otherwise. So the stolen base was very fortuitous. So that'll bring up LeMahieu, top of the order, 1 out. Runner at third. Infield's going to come in for the Blue Jays. They're trying to shake that run off. Kikuchi, 6 is tough, 51. And that's a base hit, the last number against lefties. He got the base hit for LeMahieu. And the Yankees have just tied this ball game at 2 apiece. RBI single for DJ LeMahieu will score Kiner-Falefa, and we are tied at 2. That'll bring up Aaron Judge. Struck out his first chance. Kikuchi, 9 is patient, 29. That'll be a walk. So the Yankees trying to put some pressure on Kikuchi. Now have 2 on with only 1 out. And the heart of the order is coming up with Rizzo and Stanton. Rizzo struck out his first chance, but he's still dangerous. 8 is tough, 32. 32 is a strikeout, out number 2. And I just noticed something on Kikuchi's card. I got to be careful because not only does he have a wild pitch modifier, he's got a strikeout modifier, 50 through 56. So I got to be careful if there's an out over here that's 50 to 56 that's not a strikeout. Instead of going over here, it turns into a strikeout. So I got to make sure I keep track of that. I'm not doing a Blue Jay replay, so that helps. But still, it means a Yankee player would strike out when they would not normally strike out. So I got to keep track of that. 2 down for Giancarlo Stanton. Of course, he had the big home run to put the Yankees on the board his first time up. Kikuchi, 5 is patient, 70. And patient 70 is out of range. That's going to be a ground ball to second to end the inning. But the Yankees do tie the score. And at the end of 3 complete, it's 2-2 here at the stadium. Yankees and Blue Jays. Stepping to the plate will be Matt Chapman to face Luis Severino to start the 4th inning. Chapman singled and scored his first time up. As I drop one of the D10s. Not a good thing to do. Tabby's downstairs, so no worries about being interrupted. 7 is tough, 94, and that's going to be a fly to left field. Hauled in out there by Hicks for out number 1. And that'll send us to Santiago Espinal. Struck out his first chance. 7 is tough, 82, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Kind of Falefa will take care of it. 2 up and 2 down go the Jays here in the top of the 4th. Heineman, the batter. Actually, Severino, going back to the 2nd inning, has retired 6 in a row. Hopefully that didn't just jinx him. Here's Heineman. 8 is tough. 11 struck him out. No jinx there. 7 in a row retired by Severino. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Tied at 2. Severino seems to be hitting his stride. Kikuchi back out. We'll be facing the designated hitter, Josh Donaldson, to start the inning. Donaldson struck out his first time up. 6 is tough, 53. Tough 53 is going to be a strikeout. Now, normally, no, take it back. That's going to be a base hit. I don't think this overrides this, or it may. Because it's here, I'm thinking that takes the hit away. Now, this is something I'm not sure of, but it's got to be there for a reason. It's got to be there for a reason. So if somebody knows this more efficiently than me, which isn't hard to do, let me know if that's a hit or not. Because right now, 53 says that's a single for Donaldson, but this thing here says 50 to 56 is a strikeout. So I'm thinking that that overrides anything that happens over here. So Josh Donaldson's going to strike out. At least that's the way I'm going to play it. Again, if that's wrong, somebody please let me know. I don't have the rule book in front of me to check at the moment, but I'm thinking that's what it is. Haven't really seen that before. I've seen a thing where the tough gets changed by 10, number of 10, but I've never seen I don't think I've ever seen it where a strikeout comes into play. He did have 124 strikeouts in just 100 innings, so I'm guessing that's something that boosts the strikeout total. So to me, it seems like that's going to override that hit and turn that into a strikeout. At least that's the way I'm playing it. So, like I said, if it's wrong, somebody let me know so I can correct it. Hicks against Kikuchi. 9 is patient. 17, that's a walk no matter what's on his card. So that is a walk to Aaron Hicks. Walk to Hicks. No jump there because that's a 9 on the D6s. So no worries there. Gleyber Torres, the batter. He flew to right field his first time up. Kikuchi. 4 is ballpark. 32. We're in the wheelhouse for Gleyber Torres against the lefty. It's a 1 to 76 for a home run. That is long and that is gone. See ya. 2-run home run for Gleyber Torres. And the Yankees jump on top 4 to 2 with 4 unanswered runs. And for Torres, that's home run number 7. RBIs 20 and 21 on the season. And the Yankees grab a 4 to 2 lead as Gleyber Torres hits the 2-run homer. His Isaiah Falefa. 7 is tough, 69. Tough 69 is going to be a ground ball to second. That is out number 2 as Espinal makes the play. And no, I'm not going to try to do any John Sterling home run calls. I'm just going to spare everybody from that. Here's Kyle Higashioka. He grounded second his first time up. Kikuchi. 11 is patient. 63, that's out of range. 63 is a ground ball to second again. And that's going to end the inning. But the 2-run bomb off the bat of Gleyber Torres is giving the Yankees a 4 to 2 lead after 4. And you wonder if Kikuchi's going to stay around much longer. Lots of guys in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. So we'll see how it plays out. Leading off for Toronto against Severino will be top of the order in George Springer. Again, Severino has retired 7 in a row going back to the 2nd inning. Severino. 10 is patient. 29, and as soon as I say that he's retired 7 in a row, he walks a batter to break that streak. So a leadoff walk to Springer, and that will bring up Bo Bichette. And we'll keep an eye on Severino. His fatigue is 6, so he's still doing okay pretty much because we're in the 5th, but got to be careful. Bichette, 5 is patient. 65, that's out of range. 65 patient is a fly ball to right field, and that's one away. Hauled in by Giancarlo Stanton. One down, and that will send us to Vladdy Guerrero. He's homered and flown to right. 1 for 2. Severino has to be careful. This is the heart of the order for the Blue Jays. 6 is tough. 63, and that's going to be another fly ball to right field. As they're getting around late on Severino's fastball and going the opposite way with it. Again, Stanton makes the catch. 2 down for Teoscar Hernandez. He's 1 for 2. Single in the first, struck out in the third. Severino, 9 is in play. 34, and that's just out of range. It only goes to 33 on his card. So 34, he's actually going to pop it up to Gleyber Torres at second base, and the inning is over. So Severino, 5 pretty solid innings, and the Yankees still lead it 4-2. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, and the Blue Jay bullpen is active. And in case Kikuchi runs into any more trouble, they will be going to said bullpen. And it looks like, let's see who might be the guy coming in. Yimi Garcia, a right-hander, is loosening in the Blue Jay bullpen, just in case Kikuchi runs into any issues. Top of the order, DJ LeMahieu. He's 1 for 2. Kikuchi, 11, is patient, but that's a 99, so that's a fly to left, as LeMahieu was not patient enough. And there's one away for Aaron Judge. Still sitting on those 14 home runs. He has struck out and walked in this ball game against Kikuchi. 7 is tough, and that's another strikeout. So Aaron Judge down on strikes for the second time. And Kikuchi looking to at least go 5 innings as Rizzo's coming up. Lefty on lefty matchup. 4 is ballpark, though. 76 is in the wheelhouse for a left-hander. So Anthony Rizzo's wheelhouse result 1-69. That's a 76. It will be a double. It will not be a home run, but it will be a double for Anthony Rizzo. And that might do it for Kikuchi. He was trying to get through 5, but with the power-hitting right-hander Giancarlo Stanton coming up, they're going to go to the bullpen for Yimi Garcia. So that will be it for Kikuchi, as his day is done. Rizzo with that 2-out double precipitates Kikuchi leaving. He's going to go 4 2/3. He's going to give up 4 runs and 5 hits, all of which are earned. Of course, the runner, Rizzo, is his responsibility. So let's go to I got to go on the digital diamond to the bullpen for the Blue Jays and bring in Yimi Garcia, the right-hander, to face Giancarlo Stanton. So quick pause for administrative computerized replacement. So Yimi Garcia is going to come on, the right-hander. And we'll get the numbers on Garcia as soon as the computer clicks in. Garcia is 1-0 with 1-0 with 3 saves and a 3.24 ERA. This will be outing number 17 for him. So he's been used quite a bit. 4 is in play, but that is a 13 on the in play. That's a base hit. And with 2 outs, Rizzo runs at a 6, which means he will score. So RBI single from Giancarlo Stanton. That run is charged to Kikuchi, so he can close the book on Kikuchi now. He gave up 5 runs, all earned, as Stanton gets the key 2-out single to put the Yankees in the lead 5-2. So Garcia unable to get it done. And it's 5-2 Yankees. Here comes Josh Donaldson. And let me mark off Garcia here. So Josh Donaldson is your batter. Donaldson struck out twice. He's 0 for 2. Garcia, 7 is tough. 54. He's going to strike out again. He's got the hat trick. So a tough day for Josh Donaldson. but not for the Yankees as a whole. They now lead it by the score of 5-2. And Severino will now be probably in his final inning. And that's going to be it for Garcia. He's done. They'll go to somebody else in the bullpen next inning. Not sure who it's going to be yet, but we'll figure it out. Severino will be facing Lourdes Gurriel. He's 0 for 1, a walk and a fly to center. Severino 10 is patient 78. That's out of range. That's going to be a fly to center. Hauled in by Aaron Judge, 1 away. So Judge is retired, and that brings up the designated hitter Alejandro Kirk. Kirk has flown to left and flown to center. 8 is tough, 38, and that's going to be a base hit for Alejandro Kirk. His first hit of the game. Fought off a tough pitch and hits a single. And that'll bring up Matt Chapman. Chapman is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the second, flew to left in the fourth. Severino, 6 is tough, 44. Struck him out. Strikeout for Severino for out number 2. And that will send up the second baseman, Santiago Espinal. Espinal struck out in the second, grounded to short in the fourth. 11 is Wheelhouse, 21. Against a right-hander, Wheelhouse 21 is a single, but with the Wheelhouse plus their 2 outs, that's going to be a 2-base advancement for the runner. So Kirk, even though he runs at a 4, the fact that it was a Wheelhouse means he gets the extra base. So runners are at the corners with 2 down for Tyler Heineman. Tyler Heineman, the batter, and now the Yankee bullpen starts to stir around back there. As it appears to be Miguel Castro loosing in the Yankee bullpen. Here's Heineman, switch hitter, batting left-handed against the righty Severino. 4 is tough, 92, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. Kiner-Falefa will flip to the second baseman, covering Torres for a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the inning. So Severino goes 6 innings, a quality start. 6 innings, only 2 runs allowed. That'll be it for Severino. His day is done, but he did a very fine job, and he's looking to go 4-0 potentially. And now we'll need a new pitcher for the Blue Jays. I said Castro will be coming in for the Yankees next inning. But for the Blue Jays, they will turn to, let's see who, I'll try to find somebody in the digital diamond that wasn't used quite as much. I didn't realize Garcia had been used so much, so really probably should not have brought him in, but he's only going to face 2 batters. He's going to give up a hit and get a strikeout, nothing else. Kikuchi did allow 2 home runs to go with his 5 runs that he allowed. And let's see, finish up Kikuchi on his walks and strikeouts. Kikuchi ended up walking 2, striking out 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts. So the final tally on Kikuchi, 4 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 5 runs all earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 home runs allowed. Garcia, a third of an inning, 1 hit, and a strikeout, nothing else. Luis Severino, capped the book on him. He's going to go 6 innings pitched, give up a total of, let's see how many hits, 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 6 hits, 2 runs, only 1 of which was earned, and he walked just the 1. I'm sorry, he walked 2. He did walk 2. Did give up a home run to Guerrero in the first, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So final line score on Severino, 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. And he's in line to be the winning pitcher. So let's see who they might want to go to, the Blue Jays. They will turn to David Phelps. So Phelps will be coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays. And he'll be facing switch hitter Hicks, right-handers Torres, and Kiner-Falefa. Get the numbers on Phelps on the replay from Digital Diamond. Phelps will be making his 10th appearance. He's 2-0 with no saves and a 2.19 ERA. Phelps to Hicks. 5 is Patient, 73. And that's going to be a solid double for Aaron Hicks. He will greet Phelps with a leadoff double. Leadoff double for Aaron Hicks. Yankees looking for more. We'll bring up Gleyber Torres, and Torres homered his last time up, the big 2-run homer that originally gave the Yankees the first lead. Phelps, 5 is Patient again, 32, and that's going to be a walk. So Torres will walk, and all of a sudden Phelps is in trouble as he's allowed the first 2 on. Nobody out for Kiner-Falefa. And the Blue Jay bullpen may be stirring again, as they have lefty down there, Tim Meza, and a right-hander, Thornton. So double barrel action in the Blue Jay bullpen. Phelps to, whoops, that's a Suadice. Let's re-roll that. Phelps to Kiner-Falefa. 8 is tough, 29. And that is a strikeout, much needed strikeout for Phelps. 1 down. Brings us to Higashioka. Phelps could really use a double play to get out of this. 10 is in play, 65, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. He might get his wish. His double play's an 8, his is a 6, but that's a 10. So it's just going to be a fielder's choice, as on the 65 went to second base, so it's going to be a 4-6 fielder's choice. They will put Torres out at second base. Higashioka will reach, and Hicks will go to third. So the 4-6 fielder's choice. Runners on the corners with 2 outs for the top of the order and LeMahieu. Phelps trying to get through the inning. LeMahieu's 1 for 3 with a single. Phelps 8 is tough, 44, and that's going to be a base hit for DJ LeMahieu. A tough 44. Higashioka does run at a 6, so despite the fact that it's tough, with 2 outs to the 6, he gets the extra base. So runners will remain on the corners. It's an RBI single for LeMahieu, scoring Aaron Hicks and sending Higashioka to third. And now the Yankees have increased the lead to 6-2. And Phelps, not the answer the Blue Jays were looking for. They would give him one more chance here against Aaron Judge. 8 is tough. 19 struck him out. So Aaron Judge gets the hat trick today. But the Yankees do pick up another run, and they lead it 6-2. 6 unanswered runs by the Yankees after trailing 2-0. So they're looking to get off a good start for this series. And now we need a new pitcher for the Yankees, and it's going to be Miguel Castro. So I need to go to the bullpen for the Yankees and bring in Miguel Castro. Phelps will finish in with 1 inning, and he's going to go allow 1 run, which was earned, gave up 2 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. So top of the 7th we go. Miguel Castro, new pitcher for the Yankees, coming on. And he'll be facing the top of the order, Springer, Bichette, and Guerrero. And on the season to date, Miguel Castro, this will be appearance number 12. 1-0, no saves, and a 3.52 ERA. Only pitching 7 2/3 innings. So he hasn't. Many of his outings have been 1 out or 2 outs. So he hasn't pitched a full, complete inning, at least to his numbers just yet. So we'd like to get at least 1 full inning out of him. Castro, 5 is tough, 67. That's a good start. That's a ground ball to second. Torres makes the play, 1 away. And that'll send up Bo Bichette. Castro, 6 is patient, 14. That'll be a walk. And that's one of the bugaboos that Castro has run into lately, has been his propensity to walk people. In 8 innings, he has now walked 7 batters. So he struck out 8, but he's walked 7. So control has been part of his problem. And that's why Aaron Boone has not felt too comfortable going to him all that often. But with a 6-2 lead, I figured this is the time to use him. Here's Guerrero. 6 is patient, 92. That's a fly ball to left field, rather. So that's out number 2. So he got away with a pitch out of the zone. Guerrero chased it, and now there's 2 away for Teoscar Hernandez. This will be the only inning for Castro, regardless of how he does. 6 is patient again. 0-8's another walk. So now he's got 8 walks to go along with his 8 strikeouts in 8 1/3 innings. So that's the bugaboo for Castro, are these walks. And Aaron Boone won't go to, if he has trouble with Gurriel, we could be seeing somebody else coming in pretty quick. So I forgot to mark off Castro. Peralta, a lefty, and King, a righty, are both losing in the Yankee bullpen. Castro to Gurriel. And that is a 9, which is patient again. 95, though, is going to be a fly to left to end the inning. So Castro wasn't pretty, but he got through it. Final line on Castro, he's going to go 1 inning. Give up no hits or runs, but he did walk 2, no strikeouts. So typical Castro outing, as it turned out. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. Like I said, that'll be the end of it for Castro. The Blue Jays will need a new pitcher, and I'm going to go ahead and stretch with them, I think, since we're at the 7th inning stretch. No danger of singing. I'm just going to stretch with them and figure out who the new pitcher for the Blue Jays is going to be. You got Rizzo coming up, but he's the only lefty. Everybody else is right-handed. So they're actually going to go with Trent Thornton. So Thornton will be the guy out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 7th. So we need to go to the Blue Jay bullpen for that. Anthony Rizzo is your leadoff man. Looks like the focus is still pretty decent, so trying to limit the number of charts I put out there so I won't keep blurring the things. So Thornton, Trent Thornton, the right-hander, will be coming on to face Rizzo, Stanton, and Donaldson. Rizzo had a big a big double and scored his last time up to give the Yankees that 6th run. So Thornton's going to enter the game. This will be appearance number 5 for him. He's no wins, no losses, no saves, and an ERA of 6, giving up 2 runs in 3 innings. Thornton, 9 is patient, 50, and that'll be a walk to Anthony Rizzo. So Rizzo, again, his propensity to draw base on balls comes through again. He will draw the leadoff walk, and it will send up Giancarlo Stanton. He's 2 for 3, a home run and a single, 2 RBIs. Thornton, 3 is defense, 62. So we go back to our defensive chart with a 62. And a 62 defensively is an error check on a third baseman, Chapman. Chapman is a 5, the best you can have. So 1 to 30, it's an error. Anything else, he'll make the play. That's a 70, so he will make the play. An 11 means it's going to be a ground ball plus advancement. So the runner is going to advance to second base, Rizzo. The only play Chapman has is to first base. So the out's going to go 5 to 3, with Rizzo taking second, 1 away. For Josh Donaldson, who has struggled to say the least, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks. Got the hat trick going. 7 is in play. 0-5. He's going to break that up with a double for Josh Donaldson, and the Yankees have tacked on another run. It is now 7-2. It doesn't matter who the Blue Jays bring in. They're not getting the job done, and the Yankees are taking advantage of it. RBI double for Donaldson. Here's Hicks. Thornton 11 is patient. 45. That's a walk. And now the Blue Jays may be looking to go to the bullpen again. But again, you don't want to burn through the whole bullpen in the first game of a series. You get to the point where it gets to be, you almost throw up the white flag and say somebody's got to take one for the team. Here's Gleyber Torres. Thornton, 6 is tough. 37. That is a strikeout, much needed by Thornton for out number 2. And that'll bring up kind of Falefa. 2 on, 2 outs, 1 in. 7-2 Yankees after trailing 2-0 going to the bottom of the second. Thornton, 6 is tough. 63. And that's going to be a fly to right field that ends the inning. But a run is scored. Yankees have scored in every inning except for the first. And they now lead it 7-2. Death by 1,000 paper cuts with all these 5 different innings of 1 run apiece. So they haven't exploded, but they just nibbled away and just add on run after run after run. That's it for Thornton. For the Blue Jays, his day is done. He's going to go 1 inning, and he's going to give up the run on a hit. He walked 2 and struck out 1. So again, the walks come back to bite him. And we'll figure out who the Blue Jays are going to send in the bottom of the 8th. Right now, the Yankees need somebody for the top of the 8th. And they'll go to their bullpen for that. And the Yankees will be bringing in Ron Marinaccio. So Marinaccio coming on. He's been up and down from the minor leagues recently, so good time to get him reestablished. He's going to be facing Kirk, Chapman, and Espinal to start the 8th. And for Marinaccio on the season, this will be appearance number 11. He's no wins, no losses, no saves with a 5.19 ERA. 8 2/3 innings, has given up 5 runs. Walked 3, struck out 9. Marinaccio to Kirk. 8 is tough. 94, and that will be a fly to left field. Aaron Hicks puts it away. 1 down. Kind of like scoring this on the computer. That way when the game's over, I have a nice box score for you to give you all the numbers instead of waiting for me to total everything. The box score will tell the story. The computer will tell the story. Marinaccio, 3 is defense, 25, and that's going to be the range of the left fielder Aaron Hicks. Aaron Hicks's range is not very good. It's only a D. So 1 to 49 will be a hit. But it's a 60, so Aaron Hicks will make the play. Despite the bad range, he does get over to it and make the play. 2 down. And that brings up Espinal. Santiago Espinal. 9 is patient. 15. That'll be a walk to Espinal. 2-out walk. And that will bring up Heineman. So we're taking Heineman out. In the replay, he's already had 20 at-bats. He only had 15 all season. So I think we're pretty much done with Heineman here. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter and bring in a new catcher, Zach Collins. So the pinch hitter is going to be Raimel Tapia. He will pinch hit for Heineman, and then Collins will come in to catch. So Collins will be the new catcher in the bottom of the 8th. So Tapia will get the pinch hitting call, and then Collins will be the new catcher in the 8th inning. So Tapia. Going to see what he can do, and I need to go to the bench for the Blue Jays on the computer to be able to make this move, the pinch hitting button. So we go to the pinch hitting button and go to Raimel Tapia for the Blue Jays, and Tapia will get his crack. See what he can do against Marinaccio with 2 outs and a runner at first. Top of the 8th of a 7-2 Yankee lead. Tapia enters the game with a 194 average, no homers and 4 driven in. Marinaccio 4 is patient, 63, that's out of range. It's a ground ball to third, and LeMahieu will throw to first, the easy way for the out to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Jays. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 7-2 Yankees. That's it for Marinaccio. He's done. And now, of course, the new catcher will be Mr. Collins. So, and also need to go to the bullpen for the Blue Jays and bring out a new pitcher. And I believe they're going to go with Richards. Trevor Richards, another right-hander coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays. So we'll make those moves real quick. Not only the defensive switch on the computer with the catcher, but also the bullpen move. So we're going to go to the bullpen for right-hander Trevor Richards. And then we're going to the bench to bring in the new catcher, Zach Collins. Because right now on the computer, Tapia is sitting there, and you can't have him catch, obviously. So Zach Collins will take over in the number 9 position. And we'll get the numbers on the pitcher, Trevor Richards, in the replay. Richards will be facing Higashioka. This will only be appearance number 4 for Richards. He's 0-0 with no ERA, or ERA of 0. He only pitched 2 innings, walked 2, struck out 3. So here is Richards to Higashioka. 10 is patient, 23, and that's a leadoff walk to Higashioka. So Richards, again, continuing the theme of Toronto pitching. That is the 6th walk issued by Toronto pitching in this ball game. And LeMahieu will step in. LeMahieu is 2 for 4, 2 singles. Ten is patient again, 60. And that will be another walk. So back-to-back walks. And again, Blue Jay bullpen can't find the strike zone. They really would like Richards to finish this ball game. They don't want to burn another pitcher, but they may have to just to prevent embarrassment. Here's Aaron Judge. He's been quiet. He's 0 for 3, a walk and 3 strikeouts. That's an 8, which is tough, 38, and that's another strikeout. So, once again, golden sombrero for Aaron Judge as he strikes out for the 4th time in the game. So this was not his game, obviously. He's still stuck at 14 home runs. And his average is certainly taking a hit as well. Here's a Rizzo. Richards, 10, is patient again, 0-7. It's another walk. It's going to load the bases. So the bases are now loaded for Giancarlo Stanton. 3 walks in the inning. And now a visit from the pitching coach trying to settle him down. Infield is back for the double play. Richards, 10, is patient again. 18, he's going to walk a run in. So that's the 4th walk, and that's going to do it for Richards. He just can't find the strike zone. He is just lost all control. And for the Blue Jays, that is now 9 walks in the ball game in just not even 8 innings. Just 7 1/3 innings, he walked 9. So Stanton will walk to force in a run. Josh Donaldson is coming on. You know what? No, they're going to stick with Richards. They're going to say, you know what? You got yourself into this mess. You got to get yourself out. We get a 11, which is wheelhouse, 35. And that's a double for Josh Donaldson. It's going to clear the bases on a wheelhouse. Everybody scores on a double. So base clearing double. Base clearing double for off the bat of Josh Donaldson. And now it's just gotten downright ugly. Three more runs are in. It's now 11-2 Yankees. 11 unanswered runs off of this depleted Blue Jay bullpen. Richards to Hicks. 9 is patient again. This time, though, it's a 99. It's a fly to left for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Gleyber Torres. But they will pull Torres back, and they want to give Marwin Gonzalez an at-bat. He hasn't hit in a while, so they're going to give Marwin Gonzalez, and he can come in and play second base. So when it's 11-2, you can empty your bench. So Hicks flew to left for out number 2, and now we're going to pinch hit for Torres with Marwin Gonzalez. So Gonzalez will be coming on to get an at-bat in this little mop-up deal. And we'll check the numbers on Gonzalez. Richards is going to just have to tough it out. Gonzalez is hitting .280, 2 homers, 4 runs driven in. Donaldson at second, 2 down. Richards, 7 is tough, 54, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. So a not-so-fun inning for Trevor Richards. He gives up 4 runs in just 1 inning, and that's courtesy of 4 walks to go along with a base-clearing double. So 1 hit, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Kind of a schizophrenic inning there. But 4 runs for the Yankees. They now lead it 11-2 as we go to the 9th inning. Marwin Gonzalez will stay in the game to play second base. So Gonzalez is in there for Torres to play second base. And coming in for the Yankees to pitch the top of the 9th rather is Wandy Peralta. It really doesn't matter at this point when the score is what it is. Kind of use whoever you want. So they're going to go to Wandy Peralta. So let's go to the bullpen for the Yankees and Wandy Peralta. Get his numbers. And we also need to put Gonzalez at second base, so some minor administrative duties to take care of. Gonzalez will stay in the game to play second base. And the new pitcher will be Wandy Peralta. (11-2) Yankees after they were down 2-0. Boy, 11 unanswered runs. They just given the Blue Jays fits here in this ball game. Top of the 9th, Yankees looking to close it out. Peralta, that's why you bring Peralta in the game like this, because he's having a rough season. 0-1 with no saves and a 6.10 ERA. This is appearance number 14 for Peralta. So Severino went 6, Castro 1, Marinaccio 1. And Marinaccio's 1 inning. He gave up a walk and nothing else. And now, top of the order, George Springer against Peralta. 7 is tough, 93. That's going to be a fly to left. Put away out there by Hicks. 1 down. And the Yankees looking to break that 2-game losing streak pretty quickly and take first place by themselves. This would improve them to 18 and 11. Toronto would drop to 18 and 13. Here's Bichette. 7 is tough. 0-8, that's a strikeout. So Peralta trying to right the ship, and he's doing so far so good. His ERA just in that little bit has dropped now down to 5.73. It was over 6. Now it's 5.73. Here's Guerrero. 10 is in play. 37, that's out of range. 37 is going to be a pop-up to Rizzo. And there's your ball game. Yankees blow out the Blue Jays by the score of 11-2. And would look like they were going to be in trouble. They were down 2-0 in the top, going to the bottom of the second. And boy, they just turned it around in a hurry. 11-2 your final. Let's get the totals for the Yankees. 11 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. So 11, 10, and 1 for the Yankees. For the Blue Jays, let's get their numbers. Blue Jays finished with 2 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Toronto left 10 on base. The Yankees left 8. Winning pitcher Luis Severino, he's 4-0. Losers Kikuchi, he drops to 2-3. Home runs on the game, LeMahieu. I'm sorry, not LeMahieu. Home runs of the game, Stanton his 5th and Torres his 7th. And for Toronto, Guerrero hit a home run early on, and that was his 6th. So Yankees win it. Yankees win, the Yankees win. And improve now to 18 and 12. I'm sorry, 18 and 11, where the Blue Jays drop to 18 and 13. There are 2 more games in the series, and then the Yankees will hit the road to Chicago and Baltimore. So the first stop will be at, I guess it's U.S. Cellular Field or whatever they call it these days in Chicago. It used to be Comiskey. But that's where they'll be going after 2 more games with the Blue Jays to wrap up the homestand. And then they'll be hitting the road, Jack, to Chicago and Baltimore. So that's going to do it from here in Yankee Stadium. Final score, Yankees 11, Blue Jays 2. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Payoff Pitch. I was glad to get back to it. I need to get back to it more often. Diversifying, though, I'm starting to want to play other games, and just not enough days in the week and hours in the day in the evenings to get to all these games, but I'm trying. So hopefully we'll post this on I'm recording this on Sunday, so hopefully this post on Tuesday, and then hopefully on either Thursday or Friday we'll have the first game of the Yankee White Sox series to post as well. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.